This program has been presented by Storm. Storm, the bowler company.
Welcome everyone to the Storm Women's Series here on the 2025-2026 Bowling Promotion Tour. We are once again on lanes 21 and 2 at the Cap Malo Bowling Center here in La Meziere, France, about 200 miles west of Paris. Our competitors are completing their practice, and here we see 27-year-old Kristina Sramkova from the Czech Republic on lane 21 taking a practice shot, with 18-year-old Lawlor from Ireland practicing on lane 22. The winner of this match takes on the number 1 women's seed, Crystal Elliott of the U.S., for the Storm Women's Series title. I'm Bruce Hall, and along with Marc Chavet, we provide the international commentary for these TV matches, and Marc will interview the competitors at the end of the match, so please stick around for that. Our pattern today is Kegel's Main Street, a recreational pattern with 41 feet of length, 24 mils of oil, and a 12.5 to 1 ratio of oil in the middle of the lane compared to the outside part, typical of recreational patterns. So we can expect a lot of hook from the outside of the lane and some hold towards the inside, although the 24 mils might not provide as much hold as higher volume patterns. Kristina is the higher seed in the match. She averaged 185 through the 18 games of qualifying, with Anna averaging just under 179. Kristina has the edge in experience, having bowled for 18 years compared to Anna's 4. Kristina is a member of Team Slovakia. She was second place in the Mixed Doubles European Championships this year and owns multiple Czech national titles. Anna is a member of Team Ireland. She was third in the National Youth Masters this year, and she took bronze in the European Youth Championships in 2024. Outside of the Bowling Promotion Tour, Kristina is averaging 198 and Anna averaging 185. Kristina looks like she was throwing a Storm Absolute Power in practice. She just switched over to a Rotogrip Tour Dynamics. Let's see what she chooses to go with for the match. Anna is going with an Ion Max, which is a big ball, really going for the big guns here on this Kegel Main Street oil pattern. And we will now turn to Philippe Sionville, the referee for our matches, and he will offer the starting lane choice to Kristina, who was the higher seed, and it looks like she will start on the left lane. We will use a PBA format today where Kristina throws her first shot on lane 21, then Anna bowls on lanes 22 and then 21, and so forth until Kristina finishes the match on the right lane. Talked about Crystal Elliott. She averaged right around 200, so the winner of this match is definitely going to have their work cut out for them as they take her on to try to win the Storm Women's Series title. And now we will have Kristina start on the left lane. It's again Kristina Sramkova from the Czech Republic. She did go with the Rotogrip Tour Dynamics and makes her shot that's left of target, and immediately we see that dynamic of the Main Street pattern does not provide Kristina the hold she's looking for. She gets this in left of target a little bit, and watch the ball hook there. There's just not that much volume of oil in the middle. So she goes through the beak to leave the 3-6-10 combination. Two options for shooting this spare. You can take your plastic ball and go straight at it, and it looks like Kristina's going to opt for option number 2, which is to hook at the spare. And she's going to go left with her feet and throw that Tour Dynamics, and she needs to get it out to the right, and does, and now it hooks, and unfortunately she comes up and chops the spare, leaving the 10 pin. She chops the 3 and the 6 off the 10, and you can see the look on her face when that happened. She's like, ouch, did not want to do that. So an open frame to kick things off for Kristina. Let's see how Anna responds. Once again, look at the interesting colors on that Storm Ion Max. And Kristina throws it right over the second arrow, but that big ball, a lot of surface there, picks up and it hooks through the beak and leaves her the 4-7-9 split combination. She's like, you didn't like the look of that. And it wasn't a bad shot. Just again, the oil did not hold the ball down the lane, and it hooks through the beak. Now she's going to move over to her spare ball, which is a IQ Tour 78 from Storm. This will hook a little bit. She gets it over there and she makes it. 4-7-9 conversion for Anna Lawlor to give her a spare in the first frame. And watch this ball hook just at the end, just enough. 4 takes out the 9, and there is a spare for Anna in frame number 1. Both girls hitting the beak on their first shot. Let's see what Anna can do here. And another shot down second arrow, and another shot that hooked. And that ball comes up through the beak for the 4-6-7 combination. She's not going to have as much luck with this split, I don't think, as she had with the 4-7-9. Watch this ball go right square through the heart, and there is the dreaded 4-6-7. Best bet here is to just take your 2 and move on. And Anna gets up. Looks like she got a little quick to the line and pulls that shot and goes 7 out. So she's going to take 0 on that, which will give her 24 in the second frame. And now, assuming Kristina marks, she'll have a 5-pin lead in the early going of the match. Now let's see if Kristina can get it to the right. We've had 3 balls on the beak so far. And I like the way she just gets up there and goes. That's right over the third arrow. That's a perfect shot and a perfect result. Dead flush right through the heart of the pocket. And watch this. This is absolutely perfect. Look at that 10 back. And a beautiful shot there by Kristina. Hopefully that will shake off some of those TV jitters. This is Kristina's first time on the Bowling Promotion Tour. So let's see how she follows up in the third frame. Can she double up here? Once again, she just gets those fingers in the ball and gets herself settled and goes. She's no waiting. I like that. Gets it out. And once again, this ball is left as well and goes through the beak again. We're seeing all kinds of results of balls going through the beak. We saw a 4-6-7. We saw a 4-7-9. We saw a 3-6-10. And now we see the baby split, 3-10. It just goes to show you never know what you're going to get when the ball goes through the middle of the pins like that. And now it's the 3-10 baby split for Kristina. And once again, she's going to go left lane and go cross lane and hook at it with her Tour Dynamics. Again, some people take the plastic ball and go straight at this, but let's see how she does. Gets it out there, good looking shot, and converts the baby split. And good shot there by Kristina. And watch this ball get out to the dry part of the lane and turn up just enough. She's like, thank you. Thank you for hooking right when you were supposed to. So right there is the dry part of the lane. The ball turns up and just clips out the 3-pin, and the ball covers the 10 for the spare. All right, 5-pin lead for Kristina. Let's see how we do in the third frame. And that ball is actually in a little bit, and that's going to hook across the lane. And unfortunately, that's 3 shots in a row through the beak for Anna. She needs to make a move here, possibly ball down, definitely move left with her feet. She's got to make the adjustment. That went up the 12 board compared to, or 13 board compared to her last shot, which went up the second arrow. So none of those shots are holding for her. Now she's going to take her plastic ball and go cross lane, not very much cross lane, and unfortunately that ball hooks to give her 9 out in the third frame. And now Kristina's lead in just 3 frames up to 16 pins. And Anna, you can see the frustration on her face there. Let's see if she can make the move. Normally you move in the direction of your error, so you move your feet left. Let's see if she does that. Looks like she did. But again, another pull, and that ball's through the beak, leaving the 3-pin. So Anna struggling here with this pattern. Definitely not matched up between the Ion Max and the Kegel Main Street pattern. And that will leave her the sole 3-pin spare. She'll again go with plastic. Again, there's the difference in how you approach these spares. She's she's going to throw her plastic ball, and unfortunately she's going to pull that shot as well. And there's back-to-back open frames. Actually, that makes 3 open frames in a row for Anna. So Anna struggling on this TV pair, struggling with the Ion Max, struggling with her spares. But this is a young lady with a lot of talent. She's young, and I'm sure we will see her again on this tour. So here goes Kristina on the right lane. And again, it looks like she's moved left with her feet. But again, that's another ball through the beak. And there is a 6-7 spare. And that's going to be a very, very difficult combination. And she's like, ooh, another one through the beak. We've only had 1 ball in the pocket so far, and that was Kristina's last shot on this right lane. That was a perfect strike. Okay, now she's balling down. That looks like almost like an IQ tour, so this is going to be definitely less hook. So she gets this cross lane, and that ball's going to go over to it almost. Gave it a run, but she's going to have to settle for 9 there. And so she'll just take out the 6-pin. You can see the ball go pretty straight at the end. Needed it a little bit further right to slide that 6 into the 7. So here we go, 5th frame. Midway through the match, and once again Kristina wasting no time getting started here. Comes up and gets that shot. She got to the right, and she gets it out and brings it up, and look at the reward. She gets it to the right, she throws it where she wanted to, the ball comes up and leaves the 7-10 split. Thank you for nothing. The ball comes up, doesn't have enough power at the end. She's trying to cross. Now that Tour Dynamics is not a hugely finishing ball. It's what we call a slow ball, meaning it doesn't have a lot of sharp hook at the end. And I think Kristina paid the price a little bit on that shot. She got it where she wanted it, but the ball did not have enough energy to come back. She'll just take the 1 here, so she's going to go back-to-back opens. And all of a sudden, this match just got closer, whereas if Anna can mark here, she'll be only down 3 pins. So even though by virtue of the opens, each player so far 3 out of 5 opens, or in Anna's case 3 out of 4, in Kristina's case 3 out of 5 open frames. So both girls struggling a little bit on this pattern. Now let's see. Now there's a good looking shot straight up the lane, turn it up, and a 5-7-10. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that is just not right. And watch the way this ball deflects when it hits the lane, and look at this. Look at the look on Anna's face, just dejection. This is not a bad shot, but unfortunately the ball just deflects and does not have any kind of angle into the pocket as it hits, and leaves the dreaded 5-7-10 virtually impossible. You almost have to go cross lane with a light ball and try to make that split, and unfortunately she'll have to take 1, which will put her at 50 in the 5th. And Anna now down only 15, even though she only has 50 in the 5th frame. And a low-scoring match here. Let's see if these girls can get on track on the second half of the game. Anna now up for her 6th frame. And she finally hit the pocket, but the ball was deflecting so much it just wouldn't go through the pins the right way. And there's a good-looking shot, comes up high for a 4-pin. Anna's best shot of the match so far. Got that one a little bit firmer, and that was again over about the 12 board, but through a little faster. We've seen the right lane hook a little more compared to these two for these 2 lanes, 21 and 2. And that one she got it in a little bit skidded, although she threw a little more authority. She threw a little faster. So now she'll go up for the 4-pin and converts. By Anna. And again, just a 15-pin match here. Goes to show that even low-scoring matches can have some excitement. This match is pretty tight. Again, the winner faces Crystal Elliott of the U.S. I should tell you that our competitors had an amazing tour around France leading up to these TV finals. They bowled 12 of their 18 games of qualifying at 868 bowling in Bayeux in the northwest corner of France. And here is Anna's shot. That looks like it's going to hang on. Oh, no, it doesn't. It goes through the beak, and a nasty split for Kristina. Oh my lord. And watch this ball. You think it's going to hold. Once again, no hold on this Main Street pattern. And watch it hook through the beak, and that is the 3, 4, 6, 7, 10. That's 5 through the middle, folks, and that is nasty again. This is going to tighten up this match once again. Now Kristina, again, this is makeable. She can take the 3 and throw it into the 4-7. Let's see how she does. Gets it out. Oh, this has a chance. No, not quite over enough, so she'll have to take 8 out in the 6th frame. She'll give her 73, and then Anna now with a strike will be 70 in the 6th. So once again, a 3-pin match. So this goes to show low-scoring matches can be close. Both competitors struggling a bit on this pattern, but they're beginning to find the range. Let's see how Kristina does on this left lane. And she left a nasty 7-10 last time in the shot. That's another good-looking shot, but it comes late and comes in for the sole 2-pin. So let's see how she does with the 2-pin. As we said, the bowlers were touring France. They started at 868 bowling in Bayeux for 12 of their 18 games in qualifying. Then we had the team series at Avranches near the coastal town of Mont Saint-Michel. Then the final 6 games of qualifying at Bowling-le-Sphere in Fontaine-le-Comte, about 200 miles southwest of Paris. That's where we had our TV finals of last year. They bowled a team exhibition at Chateaubriand. And finally, our TV finals are here at Cap Malo Bowling Center in La Meziere. And there is a conversion of the 2-pin for Kristina. And again, a low-scoring match, but a close match. Just a 3-pin match here as Anna gets up to bowl her 7th frame. Let's see what she can do here. See, she's got those pink grips at Ion Max. Let's go. Nice firm shot here, Anna. And it was a good shot. Nice firm shot. And right, oh my goodness. If it weren't for bad luck, Anna would be having no luck at all. And she goes right through the beak for a stone 8-pin. That is just harsh. That was a beautiful shot. Best shot of the match by far. Watch the ball. There's nothing you can do about this tap. The ball pushes the 5-pin straight back, and she just got no love at all on that beautiful shot to the pocket for Anna. And now she's going to go cross lane, and it hooks by the 8-pin, and another open for Anna. And she's now open in the 7th, and again that's going to put her back to a 15-pin deficit in a low-scoring match. Let's see what she can do here in the 8th frame. And talk to anybody who's been on TV, and there's another good-looking shot, and she gets the strike. There's her first strike of the match. Anna has been hitting the pocket here the last few shots. Good shot there, and then she goes stone 8. You left a 4-pin, and Anna definitely finding the range here. Let's see if she can put a couple of strikes together and put some pressure on Kristina here at the end of the match. Once again, our tour is multinational. We have 9 nations represented. And now here's Kristina. Right lane, good looking shot. Gets it up, and again through the beak. Cannot seem to find the pocket here. And that's going to give her the 13-pin lead going into the spare attempt on the right lane. And again, she'll go cross lane. She'll throw her strike ball and hook at this 3-6 combination. Some people, when they have oil in the middle of the lane, like to hook at that 3-6 combination. Some people throw straight at it from the right. Most people go cross lane with their plastic ball, with their spare ball. Now she's going to go across lane. This looks like a good looking conversion there. No drama on that conversion. So she'll retain her 13-pin lead, although Anna found her first strike in the 8th frame. Can she double up in the 9th and once again close the match to single digits? I'd like to congratulate Christopher Vialli, who received the Fair Play Award for this year's Bowling Promotion Tour. And anyone who knows Christopher knows that he is the master of fair play and one of the most supportive and really positive influences on our game today. So thank you so much for all you do, Christopher Vialli. And here is Kristina's shot in the left lane, a good shot, and she strikes. Good looking shot there. That's going to give her 111 and an eighth. Watch this ball go out to the dry. This is exactly what we're looking for the whole game. Look at it turn up. Perfect angle through the pocket. Little high pocket hit, and takes down all 10. Okay, most important shot of the match here for Anna. Can she find the pocket? Can she not get terrible luck like she's had between the 5, 7, 10 and the 8 pin on this lane? Could she get the ball to the pocket? Looks good looking shot. Turn it up. Carry it. Oh, another pocket hit. And another bad break. 5-7 in the pocket. Watch this ball. It does turn up a little bit, and it's got a little bit of power, but it just deflects when it hits, and it goes off. One thought for Anna might be to ball down a little bit, a little less aggressive ball, because I think that Ion Max is burning up a little bit in the early part of the lane. Can this stay to the right? No. We're going to have to give her 9 out there. And that's just going to be 106 in the 9th, 131, so 25 pin lead for Kristina. So just about out of wood here now, unfortunately, for Anna, who got no love whatsoever on that right lane. 5-7-10, stone 8, and a 5-7 in the pocket. She just kind of goes up in the 10th and kind of lets it fly. And she goes 1-2-4. I think a little bit of frustration on her face there. But I think the couple of lessons here for Anna, maybe not so big a ball next time. And obviously there's no substitute for experience on TV, which now Anna can claim some, which is helpful. So now she'll go after the 1-2-4, and she'll just take out the 1, giving her 8 out in the 10th. It's going to have her finish with just 114, but it was a much more competitive game than that score indicates. And now it's Kristina will just take a victory lap here. She's got the match locked up, and she will face Crystal Elliott in the Women's Series Final, which will come up next on this same channel. And look at that nice shot, and she gets both strikes, both pins to go the 7 and the 10. Watch this ball come up, lazy, turn, but it gets just enough, and she gets the kiss on the 7 and the 10 to get the double. It's the first double of our match. And it's going to look like Kristina is going to win this match by quite a few pins, but not indicative of how close it was. We were down to just 14 pins in the 8th and a chance for Anna to catch up in the 9th with a double, and unfortunately got that 5-7 on the right lane with no love at all. And there's a crumbling bucket to give Anna the triple, so that's going to get her possibly to the 170s. And here's a classic example of the crumbling bucket. Again, you can see these competitors getting more confident in their shot as the match went on. And so now we will see the last shot of the match here, Kristina. Then we'll have some stats, and then we will have Marc Chavet's interview. And we will see you back here on the same channel for the Women's Series title, the Storm Women's Series. I'd like to thank Storm very much for their sponsorship of this Women's Series. And another good-looking shot for a 10 pin is going to leave her with 170, I believe. So a good-looking match. Shake hands. And now we will look at some shots of the match. And here is Kristina's shot. Look at that ball out. Comes back nicely. And there's the last shot of the match, leaving that flat 10. And here is Kristina's shot again. Out to that dry. Use the dry. That was her shot in the second frame that absolutely flushed the pocket. Here is Anna's shot with that stone 8. Absolutely no love for Anna on that right lane. It was very tough. Anna got 1 strike, 2 spares. Unfortunately, had 7 opens, number of makeable spares there for Anna, but she'll be back. A very good competitor there. And then she's on Team Sirius, as you can see. And then we will have Kristina's score. Shoots 170, gets 4 strikes, the last 3 triple, and a strike in the second. 3 spares, and she also had 4 opens. So Kristina moves on, and here is Marc Chavet's interview.
Alongside Anna Lawlor, the semifinalist here at the Women's Series. Anna, walk us through the match here. It was a difficult one to find your form, find the rhythm, and to get those strikes that just could not happen today, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that the lanes definitely played tough, and I found it hard to find something. I thought that they were playing like dry, but yeah, it just didn't work out.
And was there some associated pressure with playing on a TV lane like this? The lights, the cameras, the action, the people?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of pressure associated with it because I haven't been in a scenario like this before, so yeah, there was definitely pressure with that.
So you're going to walk away with a tremendous experience having played in this kind of format. The future will be bright.
Yeah, it was definitely a great experience, and the people here are so great, and yeah, it was just really good.
Anna, thank you so much.
This program has been presented by Storm. Storm, the bowler company.